There, the Joker.
Well, what does it mean?
I think the whole thing is a joke, darling. Ain't that right, Constable?
Oh, I don't want any started fortune telling, that's for sure.
Why on you?
In fact, it won't surprise me a bit if there wasn't so long. The only person living that will visit telling fortunes. Professionally, of course.
Go on, Constable. You fight a law like that the most, and I'll see that you mug, and the cartoon artist dries up mighty fast.
Now don't get all shook, Mrs. Orwell.
Now. My little darling takes these things very seriously.
And you would too if you knew what was best for you all. Now, Miranda, what does the Joker mean?
The Joker means death.
Death! Oh, saints protect us!
Before another full moon, this town will be plagued by fear and death.
Please tell me it's someone else's death.
The cards do not want you to know.
Well, now, it won't be me, and it won't be Millie here. Home will protect us, won't you all?
And you will protect me.
Now, this ain't no laughing matter.
Don't be worried, Mother. Nothing will happen. It be as peaceful as a spring violet.
Ah, that's my good Millie. You said a mouthful.
Mark my words, before the next
Before
full
the
moon.
next full moon, you'll be running up the county, Miranda. Unless, of course, you start turning over some county of cards.
I do not speak to the cards constable. They speak through me. They know.
Oh, dear.
I'll get you some milk, Mother.
Milk won't do no good now when death is in the air. Oh, I won't get a wink of sleep tonight.
Blimey, I mean, I'll be losing all the covers.
Do you wish me to finish? There is one more card.
No, I think you're finished already. Now go, be going.
No! There it's turned.
Ah, the Queen of Hearts.
Oh, she's fearing death too, ain't she?
Not at all. She brings romance. She brings love.
Romance, eh? Wow, well, there you go.
Well, what do you say to that, love?
Oh, Hall, I've had enough romance that I can tolerate. Especially with that Joker staring at me.
But what about Minnie?
Millie? Why, that's ridiculous. It is. She's just a child.
Mother, I mean...
So you're an old child. Still, there will be no romance brewing under this house.
What will be, will be.
And you'll be gone from the coach and horses as of now. I've got my money's worth and more.
Ever seen such a change in tune, Constable?
Go on, Paul. Give Miranda her fear, or else you'll be the one sleeping on the bar stool tonight.
Yes, dear.
That's love for you.
Or like the reign of fear and death.
Love for your life. But the cards, they do not lie.
Of course, because cards can't talk.
Yes, of course. God's mine. God's
Evening, sir. Frightful night to be out and about. Well, now, come on in. Don't let out all the heat. It costs money, you know.
Beware. I can only warn you once.
Now, don't go minding her, sir. Sit right here. Nicest table in the house. I'll take your coat.
No.
Well, they ought to dry out by the fire.
I said no.
Then what can I do for you?
I saw your sign outside that you'll have a room.
A room?
Have you trouble understanding English?
Mother, can I talk to you for a minute?
Not now, Millie.
Please, Mother.
Do you have a room or not?
It's very important.
Yes, sir, we do.
Then I want it.
It's got a horrible draft.
There now, Millie. Hold your tongue. This fine, prestigious gentleman here doesn't mind a bit of fresh air. Do you, sir? Sorry.
I want to see the room now.
Oh, well, it's right over here. Small, but comfortable.
It's quiet too, sir. We seldom get to lots of business in the evening, so there's no rowdiness in here.
How much a week?
£2.10 with the pound deposit.
I'll meet your price on one condition.
Well, now, sir, it depends on your condition. If it is a small, decent community, then I'd go to my reputation.
My
to
condition will not affect whatever reputation you have, madam. I merely want my privacy. Total privacy. I do not want to be disturbed at all. Or else,
Or else, what?
I shall leave.
Well, now, sir, I'm sure we'll respect your privacy. Though Millie does come in once a week to do the cleaning.
No, no cleaning, can't you understand? When I say I want my privacy, that's precisely what I mean.
If that's how you want it, sir.
It's exactly how I want it. Are we agreed?
That'll be £3.10.
Here. Now I have several boxes outside. I want that baboon behind the bar.
Baboon, well now we don't.
I need him now.
And I'll be happy to get them for you. Paul, go on out to get the gentleman's things.
Taking the room, are you, sir? I'm sure you'll enjoy staying here.
Enjoy? And what would you know about what I enjoy?
Have a think about it.
Help me with the boxes.
Thank you, Constable.
That foolish coachman wouldn't bring them in. People are so unconcerned these days with the comforts of others.
Ain't ever been any different, sir. Not really when you think about it.
So tell me, is there a police force in this Ipping?
Well, it's just the constable, and I don't really know if he qualifies as much as a force, you know?
No, what do you mean?
Well, he's a bit up in his years, and his seeing and hearing aren't really the best. Well, last summer, Mr. Whittleford stole and butchered another farmer's cow. Well, the constable arrested him, all right. But just 10 minutes later, he up and walked out because the constable forgot to take the key out of the cell.
Oh, what you got in this picture?
It must be opening up a distillery with all the, blasting. But mind you, that's against the law.
Be careful with that equipment.
Maybe you want to tell us just what kind of line of work you're in.
What difference could that possibly make?
Ebbing's a little village, sir. We all like a family here. I know all here in this missus helping the coaching horses, and I know they have the best stew in the country. And they know me, I'm a constant lady. They know all my life I have. Married a local girl, Louise, and raised 5 children. And then there's Nellie. Sweetest girl in town she is. I'm a bit surprised. She hasn't been taken up into the new Dr. Kemp yet.
Constable?
Hold on. What's this about the doctor?
And I know all here can't see the forest of the trees.
Oh,
But you, sir, who are you?
You can refer to me as the black sheep of your little family, Constable.
That's uncalled for.
Fine. Call me experimental investigator.
Why, you know, we've never had one of them staying here.
it just means the scientists love.
And just what kind of scientist are
He
you?
kinda doesn't answer questions. Now, if you could be so kind as to bring these boxes to my room.
Well, everything's ready for you, Mr.
Be sure to set them down beside the table.
Well, you heard him. Go on, Paul, be quick about it. Now out with you both. I do hope you'll find your things to comfort. Perhaps you'd like me to open the window. It must get hot and all of that.
And all what, madam?
Oh, you know, it just ain't every day you see someone traipsing around and all of that. Well, overdressed.
I don't believe that is any of your business, madam.
Well, now this is my house.
But I have rented this room, and we both agreed to my privacy.
Very well, sir.
Now, if you could be so kind as to bring me a sandwich, and you may close the door behind you.
Went and got ourselves an odd one this time, love.
Now his money ain't too odd.
Is he staying long?
Didn't say.
It didn't say anything, if you ask me.
Well, nobody did ask you.
Well, he sure frightens me.
Go on, you'll get used to him.
Looks like he's kind of disguised, don't you think?
Going on my cell phone.
Billy, go on and take him his sandwich.
But Mother,
Go on, he won't bite.
Watch.
Well, what is it?
the sandwich, sir.
You have a beautiful face, my dear. Did you know that?
Thank you, sir.
Funny manner for a man, so odd.
Seems to me like he's running from something.
Just like that. A fool stands out like a wanted blackout railway crossing.
You know, I think he's had some sort of accident, I do. One time when I went to visit my Uncle Oscar, he liked me ever so much since I was knee-high to a cupcake that he told me that I wanted to be a doctor, just like him, too. So one day, we went on his rounds. We did. We helped a baby, and we helped an old man come down from a fever. And then we pulled up to Mrs. Squires. That poor man got himself burned, he did. And when Uncle Oscar needed to change the bandages, when I saw the raw flesh, I just, oh, mother.
You know how Jill's find love. I don't share.
Needless to say, I did not want any part of doctoring after that.
So we best keep an eye on him then.
Go on, I will not have you spying on any one of my daughters. Ain't nothing wrong with him, really.
No, then ask yourself this. What's a stranger doing renting a room at this hour of night?
Oh, don't look and get hoss in the mouth.
His horse. Maybe he's the Trojan horse. Ever think of that?
And just what do you know about horses? You can't even decide which end points forward.
All right, that was one time.
Now go on out back and burn the trash I told you to do it this morning.
I'll be heading home then. Seems like you're not done yet. Good evening, Doc.
Evening, Constable Lady. Mrs. Hall, Mr. Hall. Millie.
Well, go on. I can take care of Doc.
Hey, you got a live one in the for ya?
You found a portal then?
Just a few moments ago.
Paid in advance.
What gets me thinking? I won't want his money.
And what kind of bloke is he?
Just a bit overdressed.
He frightens me.
Go on. You'll be used to it.
What's so frightening about
Well,
him?
he's sold from Evansville and he orders someone to clothing. Looks like a mummy he does.
I come back to life.
Go on, Constable. We do not need any more of your wild tales tonight. Doc, I will get you a mug of ale, then you've got to be on your way.
Well, looks like we got orders then. Am I told?
Now, why did you put all that trash?
Well, if that's all to read at all, it's right where you left it. Men can't live with them, and you can't live without them.
That makes my... Oh, hello, Bob.
I did try to stop him from renting the room.
It would have been a nice place to live. Here, I mean. Love her in that corner of my office behind the dressing screen.
There's no way for a doctor to live.
The new doctor only has 3 patients. It's the only way I can afford to live.
I know. I can get you a sandwich if you like.
No, Mrs. Hiller brought me some stew. She couldn't pay me money, so I at least got dinner from treating her bunions.
I'm worried about you.
Me? Don't. I have somebody in town who takes very good care of me.
Is that so?
I do. She looks an awful lot like you.
You need taking care of.
That's so.
You always had your nose in the book. You needed someone there to tell you where the trees were, so you would walk right into the book.
And what would you know about it?
I used to notice you, even when we were back in school.
You knew me then.
Of course. But you were so much older, so much wiser, and so much handsomer than any of the other fellows in my grade.
Really? And what about now?
I don't know anymore.
You don't, huh? Well, as soon as I've got my practice going, I'm gonna ask the prettiest and wisest girl in all of Epic to marry me.
And who might that be?
She lives close by.
Do I know her?
I hope so.
Does she feel terribly bad about not being able to get you in the room that you once was friends?
Sure, this fellow won't be here long.
I don't know.
Then I can move in and won't have to part at all.
Well, now, what's this?
Millie complained of a toothache. Yes, a toothache, and I was merely examined.
A toothache? Well, you know, we'll take you to the dentist tomorrow and you can yank it right out.
Well, it'll be better by then, I promise.
Ah!
There, did you hear that?
It must be the new Walter.
Well, do you think he's all right?
What could have happened to him?
He could have broken a bone. Had an accident. I need to go get his sandwich plate.
You know, I could go in if you'd like.
I'm his landlady. It's my duty. Mother, sir. Sir?
What is it, Mother?
Why, that's strange. He's gone. The bloke's gone.
Am I?
Who said that?
I don't want to be disturbed, I told you that.
Oh, we heard a noise. Are you all right?
Get out of here.
Help!
Get out!
Ah!
Mother, are you all right?
Nobody said I had imagination, but I've got more than anyone thought.
What happened?
My mind's got to be playing tricks on me. Or else this place is haunted! Hall. Good morning, Miss Henry, and how did you sleep last night? Not well at all. Oh, now, I hope it wasn't your back acting up again. I know you had a terrible time with it in January. Never saw a body in such a state.
It was not my back, Mrs. Hall. You have new boarder. In this room, don't you?
Why, yes, yes, indeed.
Just as I thought. He made noise all night.
Now, I never heard none, are you sure?
My room is directly above his. I would no sooner drift off to sleep than he would drop a jar or a book or let on the moan.
I heard you too, Mother.
Hush up, Lynn. Go about your work. Whatever you heard of being lovesick with that doctor, honestly,
I want to see if that lady wants anything to eat.
Miss Henry, sit, and I'll get you some nice tea directly.
Ma'am, would you go wanting anything else?
Nothing more to eat. But there is something you can do for me.
And what might that be?
Answer a few questions.
About what might I ask?
Any unusual things going on here in Italy?
Unusual? I don't quite know what you mean.
An apple or a hat floating through the air. A bushel basket moving by itself.
Ma'am, are you feeling all right?
Epping is just sleeping little. Things like that only happen in London.
No unusual strangers.
Well, strangers? Not at all. In these parts, you bet we know a stranger if we see one.
This is your new boarder, Mrs. Hall.
Now, that ain't nobody's business but mine.
What's this about new border?
Maybe you don't hear so good. That ain't nobody's business but mine.
Maybe you ought to tell us just who you are.
I'm Jenny Jeffries on a special assignment from the London Times.
The paper? Here at the Coach and Horses? Well, now, let me get you some tea.
Really, it's quite all right.
Well, then how about a homemade donut?
Really, it's quite sufficient. And I'm afraid if you have nothing more to tell me, I'd best be on my way.
Now, hold on a minute. Just what are you talking about?
Rumors, Constable. So far, just rumors. But there are enough people who know what they saw.
And what do they see?
Actually, it's what they didn't see. Possibly a person who's nothing less than invisible.
Invisible? What are you talking about?
You mean he can't be seen?
Exactly.
Now, that's the biggest bill of hogwash I've ever heard.
Is it? You're familiar with Omnia?
The big department store in London, yeah, sure I am. Took my wife there once. Oh, was she taking one of the lace head on sale?
At least 20 patrons of the store claim to have actually seen a vest and a pair of trousers moving about the place. Some men literally fall figure they can feel but not see.
Have mercy on us all!
And you think there's, whatever it is, that would be an Epping.
His trail came as far as 10 kilometers south. A farmer there reported his pigs to be frightened by something unseen.
Couldn't it have been just a clever fox?
Or maybe a hungry dog?
No, as he was calling his animals, he saw the bare footprints of a man walking through his pigsty. But there was nobody there.
That's one farmer who's probably drinking more hay than he would now.
It's your one constable who's saying more than he should be without thinking. Then again, what's new?
Go on now, you don't actually believe this nonsense, do you?
No, I ain't never seen a ghost, but I know there are plenty of them about.
But Mother, last night...
Hush up, Millie. Go and roll your father out of bed. That man would sleep till sundown if I let him.
Mrs. Hall, what was this about last night?
Oh, you know, it was, nothing. A fright, that's all. I imagined something scurry across the floor. It was but a mouse I caught it this morning. Can't have rodents screaming my refuge.
A rodent couldn't, but that new boarder could.
I'd like to meet this person.
You will do no such thing. And seeing how all you do is sit around and gossip, I can plainly see why.
You're a bit uppy today, Mrs. Old.
And who wouldn't be around the likes of you?
Sounds to me like you're hiding something.
And what's my I be hiding?
Maybe not hiding. Maybe protecting.
This has been enough. I'm afraid you have nothing more to tell me. I'd best be on my way. Should you hear anything at all, please get in contact.
Constable!
Well, now what's this?
Please, if we can find you here.
Vicar Purdy, what's going on?
It's terrible. Terrible.
Here, sit down, Miss Purdy. You look like you've seen a ghost. Oh, I wish I had.
Oh, what's all the noise?
Oh, get the ghost out one. I'll get Miss Purdy some tea.
Vicar, what's happened?
Someone's run
£17 in all.
You sure you didn't just misplace it? You know how it is sometimes. You can't find the hymnals.
Oh, don't forget who you're talking to.
No, I'm just saying. We all know he's a bit dirty. No offense, Vicar, but we all get that way at your age. Except
I
me.
know what happened.
Not in very light off.
Where did you have the money?
We always take the boxes to the vicarage on Sunday afternoons so we can count the money that make it on Monday. Oh, and we thought we'd done so well yesterday. What with the vicar's fine comments on Christian duty up before.
You thought I was that good, my dear?
Of course.
Maybe you can go on and tell us what happened then.
Ah, of course. I set the poor box on the dining room table. Right across the hall from the park.
We stayed up quite late last night reading.
Ah, yes. I'm very taken with the latest excavations in the Holy Lands, and I found the most remarkable tract about the archaeological digs along the shores of the Sea of Galilee. They may have found the remains of the very...
Vicar! Maybe you can tell us about the remains some Sunday.
Right, because we got nothing else to do but listen.
That's just a bit of a joke.
Of course. So where was I?
We were reading.
Ah. Then we heard a sound, like the French window.
There's a certain squeak from the left window that ripped up the pits.
Then we heard the floor creak, as if someone were walking about.
But when the vicar checked, the room was empty.
But the lock on the French doors was broken. And I know I locked it earlier.
Was the box gone then?
No. There it still sat. Nothing about disturbed, but no sooner had I began reading again, than we heard the sound of footsteps.
I checked the second time. Never came I noticed. The box was gone. Only the devil himself would steal a pole
And you're sure no one else was in the house?
Were your front doors locked when you checked the next?
Why? No. Come to think of it, it was slightly open.
Well, I had locked it when we returned home yesterday afternoon.
You did, didn't you? I reminded you to be sure it was locked. After all, Mrs. Connors had 3 pints of pickled beets taken from her kitchen just last week.
Right. This is a whole lot more serious than pickle beets it is.
Here it is. Our congregation will be most upset about the situation. This isn't a well-to-do village. There's not much.
Didn't you see you were wrong? And how simple it all was.
But how could we have been robbed when we sat in the very next room and heard every sound?
Anyone in the house would have been seen.
Unless you were invisible to begin with.
What? What'd you say?
That's nonsense.
No, it makes perfect sense. He came in through the French window. That's why the lock was broken. He most likely stood right before you, Vicar, when you checked the dining room the first time. Then, once you left, took the pole box and walked right out the front door, which left slightly open.
Absurd!
So, you're saying whoever robbed the vicarage could not be seen?
Exactly.
What? That defies the laws of nature! I'll not hear of it!
Such a thing couldn't happen, could it?
It already has!
Oh, what? Because some farmer thought he saw footprints forming in the middle of his big sty?
And what about the people above him?
A torture mass hysteria.
But Mother, last night... Hush up, Millie. What would some creature want to hear an infant?
She's right. There's little money could be stolen, nothing left of value in this village.
Don't you see you're defenseless?
Now see here. I've been in the police force for going on 20 years now.
Practically defenseless.
She's got a point.
Mrs. Hall, just what did you see last night?
I already told you it was a mouse. A big mouse, big enough to make anyone scream. Millie, go on and give the lodger his breakfast trays behind the bar. But Mother... Go on.
He tries anything, Millie, my girl, and you just give me an order. You're all double coming off Mars
Shut up, Paul. Go on in, Millie.
It seems odd. He doesn't come out here with the rest of them.
Probably thinks he's a whole sight better than us.
He just likes his privacy, so go on in.
Or else he's afraid.
Sir? Sir? Are you in here? Mother, he isn't in there. Why, that's strange. I don't know how he would have gotten out without us seeing him. I'll just set the tray on his desk.
That will be all, Mary.
Sir? Where are you?
What do you mean, Mary?
I checked the rear view
sometimes easily deceived.
Yes, sir.
How old are you, Millie?
18, sir.
18. Yes, that is a good age to be.
I suppose so.
Oh, it is. I was 18 once, you know, and when I was 18, I could see my whole life ahead of me. Can you see your whole life ahead of you, Millie?
I know what I want.
I knew what I wanted to. Not unlike you, Millie. Rose was her name. And I was going to become a famous scientist and help create a world of comfort and free from disease. Yes, I would marry and go to a local university as a small inheritance made possible. Oh, it's going to be such a fine life. But then, do you want to know what happened then, Millie?
I really need to get some
But then her father said no. No, she could not marry such a dreamer as me, and he took my Rose away from me. Took her to the crumbling house in Blackpool. After that, mind you thought he was wrong. Yes, I traveled to Blackpool. I took a room that way. I could be close to Rose. I could see her. And then one night I heard fire bells clang. I knew something was wrong. I raced to Rose's house, only to find it consumed in flames. I tried to find her, but her father said she was still in the building. I tried to save her.
Is that when?
Is that in what? Is that when I said goodbye to 18? Goodbye to hopes and dreams? Yes, ma'am. That's when I discovered that life is nothing more than pain, suffering, and evil.
Whatever you say, sir.
What is it, child? You're pale as death.
He is in there.
He is, and he ain't.
Well, he must have been there the whole time.
But you're not sure.
Oh, Dad, he's a frightful man.
We'd best be rid of him. Mine is a quiet school teacher.
It's why, because you don't know much about him. Ain't you acting a fool?
Now, I don't want anyone hanging around this house who scares Billy so.
He already paid his room in advance. I'm sure I can talk to him about it, Billy.
Oh, I'll have a chat with him too, I will. I'm talking exactly how
Sir,
Madam, what is the meaning bursting in like this?
I have to talk to you about my doctor.
I expressly told you I want my privacy.
Yes, and I can understand that, but there have been some complaints.
Well, there wouldn't be if I was left alone.
Here now, take down that hat. It's hard talking to you all covered up like that.
So it is. But are you sure you're up for the truth, madam?
You speak in riddles.
Yes? Perhaps you should know.
Stop, you're scaring me.
Well, as you should be.
Oh, give me a stab one.
He frightened you.
I wouldn't have believed if I had seen with my own 2 eyes.
What did you see?
You can all take a look.
Go on with you, making people all scared just because you're all scarred up.
It's much more exciting than that, isn't it, Mrs. Hall?
And now see here, if you're going to cause me trouble, I have to.
Don't kid yourself, Constable. You all think you can do anything to me. Look closely.
I knew I'd find
But
you!
you'll never catch me.
We mustn't let you fight!
Don't worry, Mrs. Cody. I won't let anything happen to you here living.
What must be him who robbed the vicarage?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why you could walk right in and steal the poor box.
But if he can do that.
Yes. You can do anything.
He's in here! Look, he pinched me!
Hey, you, get your hands off my way. Oh,
Oh, where is he?
I can feel his breath.
Oh, I got it. I think I got him.
Oh, you're in my head.
After him.
What's going on?
He's gone.
It's not too long. I run some men.
And you what?
Catch him. Jail him.
We can't even see him.
Well, he ain't coming back here, that's for sure.
That's right. Because his next address is Epping Jail.
Well, up, brother one constable.
I take it your watcher showed more bad manners?
It's awful. He's invisible.
Are you sure?
Oh, Doctor, we saw it. We all did. He hasn't any face.
But how is such a thing possible?
I haven't got the 4 years, but if I ever get my hands on him, I'll swallow his invisible hide good. Well, now, Miss Purdy, don't show me a
He's not a happy man.
And would you be if you had to walk around all dolled up like a sheep just to be seen?
No, he told me himself that to him, life is nothing but pain, suffering, and evil.
That makes him dangerous. Very dangerous.
Excuse me.
What's that? Who's that?
I was wondering if you might be able to help me.
Where are you?
Why, behind the bush.
Well, come on and show yourself.
I'm afraid I can't.
Oh, you can, Bob. Why not?
I haven't any clothes on.
What happened to him?
I went for a swim.
This time of year?
Invigorating. Anyway, a dog. Yes, a dog ran off with my things.
All of them?
Every last shred.
You must have a pretty fashionable dog.
And why do you say that?
Because by your voice, sir, I can tell you're a fine gentleman.
Well then, could I trouble you to send me some of your extra clothes there in the pack?
Well now, these here are my very dear things, left to me by a certain stylish uncle. Now, see, the memory of my uncle is sacred. He used to set me on his knees and tell me,
And you got you to drive a hard bargain, eh? Toss me the clothes.
don't get me wrong, I'm just trying to protect my investment. No, sir, I don't believe I got your name.
Is it important?
Just trying to be social.
That's the problem with the world. Everything has to be social. People. Take my word for it. People are nothing but suspicious bits of sand in the life's seesaw.
Now ain't that poetic? Blimey, whatever's the matter with you?
It's simple. Naked, I'm absolutely invisible.
Oh, sure, and I'm the king of the realm.
You fool. See here.
There's nothing there.
But there is. A hand, a strong hand. A hand that could choke the life right out of you.
Well, sir, you opened my paper.
I don't want your paper, I want you.
And just what for, might I ask?
I need help.
What kind?
I need food, decent clothing, and most of all my things. I've been traveling about this ridiculous marsh, naked and cold, the entire afternoon. Why, I could have murdered.
Thank you for not.
I stopped and I studied you. You are an outcast like me. You have to be my helper. Help me and I will do great things for you. An invisible man is a man with power.
But just what you're planning on doing with this power.
It is my business and mine alone. Your business is to help me. Oh, and if you betray me, I will snuff the life out of you like the flame on a candle.
Well, sir, you don't need to be worried about that. What do you need me to do?
As I said, the most important thing is my journals, my scientific notes and data. They were in an inn down the road. Coach and horses, you know the place.
Indeed I do.
Well, it'll be easy for you.
Do you think it's safe?
We have heard that from the constable. Invisible man probably fled the county by now.
Well, now I don't mean him. I mean him.
Ain't you something? You ought to be counting your blessings. A new ward already, and you still owe the invisible man £3.10.
Still, he's thinking shiny to Millie.
And about time, too. You do right by our daughter.
But she's just my baby.
I've got the towels for Edward. I mean, Dr. Kemp. I hope these are the right ones.
You couldn't have taken the frayed ones from the bottom, in a type that needs luxury, Millie. Here, I'll take it to him.
That's all right. I've got them.
You keep that door open then.
I've got your towels.
That'll make it even half dozen.
One can always use fresh towels.
I think I'm gonna like it here.
I hope so. It's so much better than your corner behind the dressing room. At least here you can stretch out and relax.
I'm looking forward to it.
Are you good and settled all right?
No, Of course, though there's not much to settle.
No, I don't know why the sister keeping all of these things here, as if they belong in the room.
He's going to want them back, Millie.
Then we ought to throw them into the street.
No, I didn't get to talk to this fellow. I didn't get to meet him at all.
I don't know why you'd want him. He's horrible.
But scientifically,
He's dangerous. And now I'm going to worry about you.
what about me?
Of course about you.
There's no need. After all, we're right here, together, under the same roof.
Millie, how long does it take to give the doctor his towels?
Coming, Mother.
Really, you had to say something.
Careful, Edward.
What was that shouting, Mrs. Hall? Shouting? I don't have the foggiest idea as to what you're talking about. I distinctly heard you bellowing down here. Bellowing? I don't bellow. It must be your nerves. I don't have any problem with my nerves. At least I never used to. But now yes. I just can't believe what I saw this morning.
Now don't you fret, Miss Humphrey. That villain was out here like a scared rabbit, and he won't come back. We showed him.
Sure, with the likes of you around, we've got nothing to worry about.
Exactly. Wait.
Go on and sit, Miss Humphrey. I'll get you some.
Evening, ma'am. Any success in tracking down your story?
I'm afraid not. Everyone's ready to give it up. Constable Shire is on to another county by now.
Well, we're none the worse for wear, after all, I'll say.
I'm just tired. Have you another room for tonight?
Of course, a small one at the end of the hall.
Just for this bed.
Lily, why don't you go on and show the lady up to her room? Breakfast is sharp potatoes.
If you can hear any more news, please awake me.
Oh, I'm sure I can move back to its quiet, normal self in the morning. How can you be so sure of that? Now, just think about it. What would some creature want here in Epping?
This would be the last place I'd go if I were him.
And where would you go?
Me. By now, first thing I'd do, walk right into the Bank of England. Right past the guards. I'd help myself to a generous portion of cash. And I'd be off to the fanciest restaurants in London. I'd eat every pastry on the cart, I would.
You make it sound so delightful.
I'm sure to the right person, it would be.
And just after you sucked your belly, what would you do?
I would be off to the French Riviera. And I'd spend my days walking up and down those beaches, staring at all them pretty lasses in that nice warm sun.
You're a wicked one.
Too bad our visitor didn't have the same idea as you, Mr. Hall. Somehow I can't imagine him to be the type to look at pretty girls in their bathing costumes.
Sadly, no. He'd be the type off to an evil somewhere.
I just hope he doesn't come back for his real money. I ain't about to part with a penny of it, especially after all the undue aggravation.
Mrs. Hall, might I trouble you for a cup of tea?
Of course, I just got me sent for something. And are you taking no things to a liking?
Quite.
So you're taking over the Invisible Man's room, eh, Doctor?
For now, anyway.
Then be sure to be very quiet. I have trouble sleeping in that horrible man last night. Well, I'm just glad he's gone.
Oh, and about his things, you can just set them aside. I'll toss them out. And nothing but trash, I'm sure.
On the contrary, there's a great deal of information in his journals.
Go on.
Don't you wonder how he became invisible?
Probably paying for his sins.
Not in his mind.
Does it ever mention who he is?
His name is Griffin. He was a student at University College.
Students of what?
Chemistry. And apparently a brilliant one at that. Always interested in light and color. Listen to this. Visibility depends on the action of the visible bodies on light. If it neither reflects, nor refracts, nor absorbs light, it cannot of itself be visible. Cells taken individually are invisible because they do not refract or reflect or absorb light. I am talking about cotton fiber, linen fiber, wool fiber, woody fiber, and bone. Flesh, hair, nails, and nerves.
Oh, have mercy on us all.
So he meant to turn this up invisible. It wasn't an accident.
He says he discovered the process of turning blood invisible by accident during experiments at the college. But he was soon determined to use the process on an animal. I heard him meowing behind me, and turning saw a lean white cat on the cistern cover outside the window. A thought came into my head, and I called her softly. She came in, purring, and I gave her some milk. Once she was satiated, I processed her. but my experiment failed. Her claws in the back of her eyes remain visible. In all, it took 3 to 4 hours for the transformation to take place.
Well, don't want him tampering with me, that's for sure.
Don't worry, there's only another experiment as himself.
And he made a success of that one, that's for sure.
But for what good? You're right, Mr. Hall. What we need to worry about is for all evil he has done with us.
I'm locking my doors and my windows despite what that constable has to say.
Good idea.
Now, he ain't coming back to me, too.
Let's hope. I'm going to bed. Good night,
Pleasant dreams.
I think I'm going to turn in as well.
Are you sure you don't want me to toss out his things?
No, I haven't finished reading them yet.
I don't burn the night all too late about that rot.
You know, Hall, this whole invisible man thing might not be too bad for business.
Sad stuff.
Now, think about it. We're full up tonight, and it's the room he stayed in. Maybe it's a sign outside that the Lord orders in and stay in his room and fall over his things.
No decent folks can go on all over pools, notebooks, and bed sheets. Come on, let's get to bed. It's been a long day.
Shut up, you'll wake the house.
This wasn't my idea.
He seems to have enlisted help, though I can't imagine why. He could walk about unseen.
I don't know who you're talking about.
You don't. You mean to tell me you've had no contact with Mr. Griffin?
I wouldn't tell you if I did.
Then what are you doing breaking and entering, stealing food, and searching through my quarters?
I was hungry, and I heard tell there's a spare room with the coach and horses.
I think I'll call the constable. I'm sure Mrs. Hall would love to press charges.
Now see here, come on, Matt.
Then tell me the truth.
He said he'd kill me.
He probably meant it.
He's the scary one. Invisible he is. Never seen anything like it.
You're after his books, aren't you?
Yes, he said he wants his books and food.
Why didn't he come himself?
It's cold outside. He's got to run around without a stitch on if he wants to be unseen.
Of course. And walking around barefoot can't feel too comfortable either.
That's just what he said, sir.
Did he tell you anything else on what he plans on doing?
All he said was the invisible man has power, sir.
I want you to take a note to him.
No, he'll kill me if he finds out you caught me.
No, we'll put it in one of his journals. There. Now, take these things to him. Once he reads a note, he won't worry about you. Get away from him while he's eating. No, use the window. Don't be seen.
Warning, the pickles left on my
Mr. Wickles, Neil's fault. What about the wrong with the stocking was? Oh, yeah, no, I think it was killed.
What? I woke up. The reign of terror has begun.
Father, help, please! He's upstairs!
What?
Help! The invisible man! My door was hanging and I went to shut the window so it stopped. He was there and I heard his voice.
What did he say?
He said, I'll cut you down, one by one.
Looking for something?
Good evening, Dr. Kemp.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Give me back what's mine.
Oh, wait a minute, Griffin. I'm a man of science. You're a man of science. I have 1,000 questions to ask you.
So your message indicated. But you're a fool, and I don't waste my time with fools.
Why am I a fool? Because I have questions.
Because you're trying to lure me into a trap.
Don't be ridiculous. If I wanted to lure you into a trap, you'd already be caught. There would be police everywhere.
Why haven't you called the constable?
I told you. There are things I must know.
You've read them then.
Of course.
Then you know my motives. My experiments were supposed to be of great benefit to all mankind. Think of it, Kemp, an invisible man can make a difficult target in war. Invisible police could catch conspirators before their wicked acts could ever take place. Oh, I could have made a contribution to the well-being of all. If it were not so.
Were it not for what?
Were it not for the wickedness of common men.
Men are not wicked.
There you are wrong. Men cannot tolerate what they do not understand. Take Galileo, for instance. Did people embrace his ideas at first, and what of Pasteur? Did people just fought to take his vaccines at first?
But what you've done is so beyond anything Galileo or Pasteur did. They only uncover parts of the universe. You have altered it.
Altered it, yes, compiler, I like that. Maybe there is no need to fear you.
What is it like to be invisible?
Well, there's a certain freedom of course. I can walk unknown, undisturbed anywhere, and watch the proceedings. Oh, I made quite a splash of omnium, you know. I swapped the cocoa tides, yes, and a pair of trousers. Poor stuff. But then, you don't believe in evil, Dr. Kemp? You weren't there. Everywhere I turned, they began to claw at me and scream in fear. I had fully intended to pay for those goods, but in the fracas had dropped the money and was forced to run like a dog. Everywhere I was, get up, catch him, even kill him! Tell me, Dr. Kemp, is that any way to treat the man who's changed the course of history forever? To hunt him like a rat?
What do you plan to do now?
The only thing I can,
Which is...
to use my powers I intend to make mankind understand. No, you see, at first I thought I could flee to France. I could live on the warm southern coast and... No. Oh, the world is spread fast. It's very fast.
Surely the scientific community can provide sanctuary.
How naive you are. Petty jealousies and fear will scientists are surely as common men. No. Can't you understand? The only way is to flex. My invisible muscles bring the masses to their knees and earn the respect I so richly deserve!
What could you possibly want to do with all that power?
Whatever I want to. But my first step is retrieve my journals. Your clever handling that idiot's marvel startled me thinking.
About what?
I need an ally, yes, in science. Someone I can trust, someone who understands my work. Like you.
Me? Well, why should I be so honored?
You are energetic, intelligent, and you appear to be interested. You are interested, aren't you?
I'm a scientist. How can I help but be interested?
Yeah? Either that or an excellent actor. Can I count on your trust in establishing my power base?
On one condition.
Condition?
You give yourself up for the murder of Mr. Wickham.
Never. It is by the shedding of blood that the reign of terror will bear fruit.
You have no reason to kill the innocent.
Oh, so I was wrong. I thought you were different, Dr. Kemp, but you're common. So very common.
You can trust me.
Prove it. Give me my journals. Just give over the journals, Doctor. What we really have to do.
In the hopes you will use the knowledge for good.
Well, I applaud your earnestness, Doctor. And now, food. I'm hungry. Marvel ran off with whatever food he found, so fetch some of the horrible sausage Mrs. Hall passes off as edible, and with it a couple bottles of ale.
On the condition you'll stay where I can see you.
On my honor.
Griffin.
What? Have I no honor in your eyes?
Don't leave.
Who's in there with you, Dr. Kemp?
Go to bed, Miss Humphrey.
It's him, isn't it?
I didn't say that.
Then what's the food for?
I'm hungry.
I heard two voices.
I talk to myself. Now go. Go before something terrible happens.
I'm going to fetch the constable.
No, you can't. Not yet. Please don't interfere.
Are you letting him turn you invisible too?
I beg of you.
There can't be any more killing, Doctor. Afraid. I have to get home.
You don't understand the danger. Griffin. Griffin! Where are you, villain? Show your face! Set free. She's dead. Where are you, blackguard? Show your face! Your paltry excuse for a scientist! Show your face!
What happened? Oh no!
You'll die, Griffin. Invisible men see death too.
Miss Henry! Edward, no, why? What happened?
Griffin's ran a tower. He's killed Miss Humphrey. Oh, what's going on down there?
Oh, look, it's Miss Henry! She ain't gone, is she?
No, what I almost was.
It was the invisible man. He killed her.
But I'll be ruined! The laws will come down right in the end! No one will ever stay here again!
That's what you think about.
And it's all your fault, Hall!
Me? What did I
You
do?
didn't talk me out of fiend staying here in the first place!
A course, that makes it my
It
fault.
makes no difference now. We've got to find him.
It's snowing. His footprints will be easy to follow.
Of course.
I'll go and get these things.
I want his head off.
I'll fetch the constable.
Nobody ruins my business and gets away with it.
Oh, shut up. Well, Ventanda Millie, can't you see the poor woman is dead? Sorry. Have some respect. Come on, Doc.
Lock the door behind me.
They've gone. And left us all alone. Millie, we're practically defenseless.
I can't bear to look at her.
Don't worry about her. It's us we have to worry about. Check the windows. Make sure they're locked. I'll check upstairs. You check down here. Where are you? Millie! This isn't funny. Millie! Millie! Ah! You scared me!
He's been in Edward's room.
Edward is it now?
Mother,
I suppose you're wanting to go off and get married to him?
he hasn't asked me yet.
Yes, but I know from the way he looks at you, he'll bring up the whole idea soon.
Well, I don't know that I'll say yes.
And I see the way you look at him. I'm stuck here at the coach and horses, a lonely old widow.
You're not a widow.
Not yet, but with an invisible man prowling around after a haul, I might as well be.
Well, let's not get ourselves frightened.
Oh, I wish Constable would make an appearance. But until then, I'm going to have to take matters into my own hands.
What are you...
This make quick work of any man, invisible or not.
Mother, I had something.
It's just the wind. How did you hear that? Could be him. Come back for us. And if he knows we're alone, there's no telling what he'll do. We've got to hide. Sorry, Miss Lee, I need to smoke with you. Miss Hall! Mrs. Hall! What on earth do you think you're doing? And just what do you think you're doing?
I'm going to phone the constable. He and Frederick Purdy are out of the and lock the doors and windows.
Man's a devil.
He's also the story of a century, Mrs. Hall. When my newspaper gets the whole of the story that I'm writing, I'll be rented there with Nellie Bly.
If you live to tell the story to me,
Mrs. Hall, the invisible man is dangerous to only those who fear him.
He doesn't frighten you.
I can swear on myself. Ouch!
I hope you can, Miss Jeffers.
I mean, he's in here.
Mother,
Yes, I'm here. Return to the scene of the crime.
Go on and leave us in peace.
You owe me a refund, Mrs. Hall. I couldn't exactly stay the week I paid for.
well, give him the money, Mother.
He went out on me, Millie. You can have your room back if you would like it.
You are a greedy woman.
He slapped me.
Show your face!
Why? Invisibility is my upper hand.
Against what? 3 defenseless women?
Oh, you're hardly defenseless.
What do you want with us?
What does a cat want with a mouse?
Oh, you can't be serious. You can't want to murder us.
And why not?
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Don't ever touch me! Ever!
Millie, are you all right?
None of you is all right. You're all the same, suspicious, fearful, and evil. From the moment I came here, you are at me wondering, questioning, and prying. And now, you'll pay.
Help me! No! Let go of me!
It will be quick and painless.
Let her go!
So, We'll have to take care of you first, eh?
No, thank you, no!
You know, you were actually my favorite, my dear.
Here, take Gilbert's money! Let us be, please!
I don't want your money. Don't you see? The more I prove my power, the more all men will believe. So my sweet. Say goodnight.
His tracks led back here.
He's not getting Millie!
Billy!
Hold on, Doc. Tim, are you okay? Keep us
I spare.
Oh, Kim, we could have been allies in this world of the wicked men, but no, you chose to side with them. So, watch as I take your beloved Millie as they took my rose.
No, let her be. Let go of him. Oh, or I'll shoot.
Oh, you fool, Kim, you fool.
Kim, what have you got him?
Billy, Billy, are you all right?
I'm fine. Oh, Edward, he wanted to kill us all.
It's over now, Millie. He's been done in himself.
And look! He's become invisible! I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own 2 eyes.
Kim!
Could have done so much for mankind.
Why? Mankind never did anything for me. Maybe things would be different. Take my gun. Try again. Try.
He's gone.
It's a good thing, too. Doctor, if you're not going to do anything with those journals, my editor would surely pay a price for them.
Let's start the madness all over again. I don't think the world was ready for his kind of genius. I don't think it ever will be.